Hi, how are you? Welcome to Omaglax Living, and in today's video I'm going to talk about fibroid. Now at Omaglax Living we are concerned about natural home remedies. In other words, we feel that the human body is equipped naturally to self-diagnose itself. It can also repair itself, and it can also regenerate itself. And why I propose that or claim about that is because we are all animals, and we have a lot of animals in nature where it is claimed is our place of origin. So if man is an animal and we're in the bush with the other animals, we can see that all those ages in which man and animals have survived, you'll find that animals don't require any hospitals or admissions or special diets and so on. They are leading their life, and if you look at their life is constant. The way the animals are feeding and the way the humans are feeding are miles apart. Our closest family members are the apes. If you look at apes, the way the apes are eating, their diet and their lifestyle is constant from the genesis up to now, and the environment in which they live is the same, and you'll find that they do not develop fibroids, these kind of things we have here. So something must be wrong. Man must have done something. Man must have deviated from nature. Man must have forgotten the rules of nature, and that's why man has sinned. Man has moved away from what he or she was designed to eat or to feed on. And as a result of that, we are told that the price of sin, you get what? It's pain. And that is why in the modern world, where we have moved miles and miles apart from distance with nature, we find that due to technology, we are really suffering. And most of the afflictions that we face, we do not have the answer. Now, what is fibroids? Now, fibroids are basically masses that form on the uterine wall of the female. And you find that these masses, they are non-cancerous. In other words, these things cannot become cancerous. So what normally happens, you can have fibroids. They can be small, like dots. They can also be big, large fibroids, and they're also located in different parts of the uterus. So you can have one or you can have multiple fibroids. So you find that this condition is very common, especially in females who have not arrived at the menopause stage. So you find after past menopause, most of these fibroids disappear naturally. So basically you can see that the genesis or the cause of these fibroids must be something to do with the hormones themselves. So what normally happens is that the hormone estrogen feeds these fibroids and actually leads to excessive growth of these fibroids. So our focus should be on what makes fibroids grow in certain people and not in others. So if you get different females, you find that their mechanism of balancing hormones is also different. Sometimes you blame them on genetics. So you may find somebody with a history of fibroids in the family. But when you look at it also from that aspect, you'll find that actually we as human beings, we are also victim of our culture, our upbringing, because you'll find that the kind of foods we eat, the lifestyle we live, we were taught as children. As you know that a child who is young can be modeled up to the age of 7, and whatever the adults, the community tells them not to do and to do, the kind of things to eat and not to eat are learned by children. And as they progress, they become older, they continue practicing what they were taught by their parents. And you find also their parents were taught the same things by their parents, and even their parent, they are also taught by another group. So you find actually we may be suffering because of some things we've carried over, which we do not know where they commenced. So the cultures we have, we carry them forward, and possibly the diet or the way we cook or the way we do things could be affecting our hormonal balances, especially in the females, such that there's a certain pattern of disease which is common within a certain family because of maybe the way they cook or other things which they like. So when we talk about fibroids, it's important to actually check the family history of the individual to see what the mother, the patterns, the grandmother and the rest. From there you may find something common within them, and this could be the thing that is causing this problem. So you will find that actually in these modern times, most of our foods are processed. So these processed foods also containing additives. We have foods which are modified, like the GMOs and so on. We have animals which are being injected steroids so that they can be fattened up for the market to fetch a good price. So you'll find also the dairy, the meats we eat, the things like eggs, the milk we take, could be containing antibiotics and other steroids. As a result of this, these are things which can cause hormonal imbalances. And of course, the sensitivity in the bodies of different females is different. They are not the same. So there are some who are being harmed by these things in our food. So you find that if you are eating some of these foods which have these residues, they'll affect the hormone and they can result into excessive production of estrogens. And these estrogens will feed your fibroids, and the fibroids will grow. So you'll find that what you're supposed to do basically is under your own control, because your doctor does not have the control on the meat you're eating, the milk you're eating, the stress levels that you have in your home. It is you yourself. That's why we're saying that it's important that we inspire and empower you people so that you can take charge of your health. Your health is in your hands. If you're going to decide to eat meat that has been injected with antibiotics, with steroids, that's not your doctor who's telling you to eat, it's you yourself. So that when you have those fibroids, you visit your doctor. So your doctor will basically recommend what? Either they carry out an operation, remove those fibroids. So that's a band-aid. Because even if those fibroids are removed, what will happen? After 6 months to 1 year, you still eat your meat, which has antibiotics, which has steroids, the eggs and other products which are promoting hormonal imbalances and production of excessive estrogen in your body. Again, those fibroids will grow. So you will be somebody visiting, you're always in the theater and back to your food, the same source of the problem. So you find that you are the one who can take charge of your health. By doing what? By doing a lifestyle change. It is you who can be your own best detective and know what is harming your body. Because your body is made, it's an automatic equipment and supposed to be able to balance your hormones naturally. But if you stress it, then it is going to be defeated and it will let those estrogens feed the fibroid. Because you're eating the wrong things, taking the wrong milk, taking the wrong products, and so on, processed foods. So you'll find that generally natural products, most products you'll find, the beans, the leafy greens, and so on, these vegetables, the nuts, the oils, especially essential fatty acids. Now those ones have the ability of balancing your hormones and actually neutralizing those estrogens so that your fibroids will shrink. Now making a decision on the kind of fats and oils you're going to take, the fruits, the vegetables you're going to eat, it's not your doctor's concern, that's you yourself. So if you deviate and eat foods or products whose names possibly even your grandmother cannot pronounce, If you look at those products, you ask yourself, did they ever grow on the ground? Find these things never grew, they have no roots. So then, if they're not natural, then these are some of the things that is causing problem in your body. And if you become addicted, because from the time you're young, your parents used to feed you on these things, you'll always feel you want to eat the same things. So what happens? You will develop those diseases. And what happened to your mother? Your mother also developed the same things. They also used to eat the same things. And your sisters and the rest. So you start saying that this thing is in the family. But it is the habit that your culture or your group or at that time of growing, you become addicted. And what are you going to do also? You're also going to do the same thing for your daughters. Teach them how to eat the wrong things, cook the wrong way, eat the wrong things. And then what will happen? They'll also develop fibroids. So like mother, like daughter. So you'll find the whole thing, you start talking of genetics in the family. But it's the way you do things. So in this short video, just wanted you to be aware of that, so that you can be able to learn more about fibroids. You have the power to heal yourself from this thing. So I'll end my talk there, and I request you that you knock the bell at the bottom, so that you can be getting free updates anytime I produce a new video. Similarly, you can also visit my website, omaglax.com, where I have a host of home remedies for fibroids. And if you visit that, I believe you'll change your life. Your health is in your hands. Your health is in your hands, I repeat. So, thank you very much.